What up, world? Thank you for tuning in to WDRB Media, the voice of the community and the only station giving you double the information and inspiration. You are now listening to A-440 Radio, and I am your host with the most, Miss Ray. I am Ray, and we have to thank our sponsors. We have Back to Health Chiropractic Medical Center, serving the Triangle for 20 years with chiropractic, functional nutritioning, and DOT exams. They are located at 6224 Fayetteville Road, Suite 106B in Durham, North Carolina, 27713. They also have a Raleigh office at 1708 Traywick Road, Suite 205. That zip code is 27604. You only need one phone number to contact both offices. That number is 919-544-8881. We also have Arcade of Thrones, offering a unique vibe for the perfect social gaming experience. They are located at 399 Hubert Street in Raleigh. For more information, contact Jordan at 984-200-4419, or you can email them at arcadeofthrones@gmail.com. They are also on Facebook, IG, and Twitter as Arcade of Thrones. And lastly, Blackbird Media. They are a comprehensive digital and graphics company providing highly specialized marketing plans for their clients. And they can be reached at blackbirdmedia@mail.com. Blackbird, birds being spelled with AYBYRD, and they are also on Instagram. So, ladies and gentlemen, the only reason why I didn't shout out our resident musical guest is because our musical guest this week is actually A.Y. Lee, who is live in the studio with me right now.
What a bit to see you. How you doing? What's going on?
Mr. A.Y. Lee.
Yes.
You're a busy boy right now.
Beyond busy. Very busy. You have a lot going on.
Well, why don't we discuss some of this busyness?
What you want to know?
I want to know everything. I mean, I think there were video locations, shoots, and scoutings that were happening.
Oh, gosh.
I think that there was new merch that's dropping, and the new merch is dropping because the fact that there's a new album alert.
All right,
So, yeah, go.
All right, so to start it all off, yes, there's a new album dropping. The album is called 26 Hour Days. DAYZ. And I'm actually doing a staggered release. So the album will drop exclusively on ayleemusic.com. And it'll drop on Friday, June 21st. And then on July the 11th? Is that?
The 11th is a Thursday, sir.
Oh, well then the 12th.
Okay.
July 12th.
Okay.
It'll go live on all your streaming sites, your Spotify's, your Apple Music's, your Tidals, your Amazons, all that good stuff. So it goes live there on July 12th.
Okay.
I decided to switch it up a little bit on how I do that. Mainly because in this market, there's a lot of streaming going on and there's not a lot of money in the streaming. And I want to try to push my people to actually support for real, actually put some real money behind it and buying the project. So that's why I'm pushing everybody to ayleemusic.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was aymusic.com?
AYLee.
aylee.com.
Music.
I'm doing this on purpose. Say it again. Say the full thing.
ayleemusic.com.
Okay. ayleemusic.com is his website.
And, the whole discography is up there. This is my 7th album.
Wow.
I think. Yeah, 7th. Or 7th project. I don't really like, because some of my joints are, 4, 5 songs, 6 songs. This joint has 10 tracks on it. You know what I'm saying? I tried to tell a story with the way that the project was put together.
Okay.
I don't know how I came about deciding that I was going to tell a story, because the songs just kind of flowed in that manner.
Okay.
There was really only 2 songs that I knew I was like, yo, I'm doing them on this project.
Okay.
You know, but outside of that, like...
So it sounds like you work on music consistently, and then you'll kind of be like, okay, I'm going to plug this particular track for this next project, and this one might not be.
Sometimes. Like, I always have something that's sitting by the wayside. I don't believe in wasting music. You hear about a lot of artists that have like archive music and, you know, like Prince's vault and Michael Jackson's vault and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I ain't got it like that. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand that everything isn't going to be hot. And if I don't think it's going to be hot, I don't even bother recording it. But there are certain songs that I feel kind of just like meh about. But then after I record them, I'm like, yo, I actually like this record. I actually like this.
Does the opposite actually happen too? There's records that you record and then you're like, I mean,
even with those, I look at it like nobody goes in. I don't think too many people now go in saying, hey, I'm putting in filler material.
Right.
But the problem is with a lot of the industry is everybody's trying to make hits and they wind up having an album full of filler material. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So I'd rather purposely say, yo, this is filler. And then, you know what I'm saying, everything else be what I want it to be.
Okay.
You know, and again, if the record don't work, and like I try to make sure the records work together, like on a project, on an album.
Meaning tracks?
Yeah, I try to make sure that they work together. So just because this song may be meh with what's surrounding it over here, it may be hot with what's surrounding it over here. Okay. It's about the pieces put around it, in my opinion, as far as what I do.
Okay, so you keep saying my opinion, you keep saying, you know, your artistic kind of knowledge, etc., but you are also very close and work very close with Bionic, who is my co-host.
Right.
And what kind of relationship does that entail? Like, are there times that, you know, you're working together and Bionic is like, nope, and you're like, yes, and then there's times where you're like, nope, and Bionic is like, yes?
So...
Or have you two been working so long together that it's like...
The jacked up thing about it is like at times it feels like we're the same person, and how we kind of just think and operate. He's more in the sense of like, yo, like this needs to go like this needs to go like this. And I'm more in the sense of like, yo, I just got to get it done. So that mesh of things is like, yo, it's going to get done regardless.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And so sometimes he pushes me a little bit harder into thinking and developing ideas and, you know, coming up with, you know, different things like that. But like I said, it's almost like we're 2 parts of the same person.
Okay.
Just like, you know, just...
How long have the two of you been working together? It's been a while now, right?
Yeah, about 8-9 years, something like that.
So have the two of you been a team on all 7 of your projects?
Yes.
Okay.
There are other people that sometimes come in writing. But for the most part, it's production and performance. Like that's what it is.
And that's the separation you mean?
Yeah.
So Bionic is production and
right,
your
and
performance.
I'm on the performance side. I do some of the writing. Concept-wise, is him a lot of times as far as like hook concepts and things like that.
Okay.
Then, you know, if another writer needs to take over, like the track that's playing right now, like this track was off the last project, I think. And it was a little darker than what I'm used to. So I tried to get a couple of other people to write for me.
Okay.
Didn't happen. Though one guy claimed he wrote it and then was like, yo, I need to come and lay the reference. Never did it. Okay. And so at that point, it was like, yo, I want this record on this project because it fits. So I had to go into a darker place and write this record.
Okay. So I've known you for a while, but I'm finding that I'm knowing a lot more in this interview. But we have to go to a break.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, we're going to go to break.
All right.
But when we come back from break, I have some scripted questions for you.
Okay.
Specifically, okay, about like your process. But audience, you are listening to the A440 radio show, and I am your host, Miss Ray. We'll be right back. You're tuned into WDRB Media, the voice of the community. The only station giving you double the information and inspiration. We'll be right back after the break. Welcome back to WDRB Media, the voice of the community, and to our audience streaming live through the free TuneIn Radio app and through the iHeartRadio app. You are listening to A440 Radio with me, one of your co-hosts, Miss Ray. But in the studio today, I have our resident musical guest, Mr. A.Y. Lee himself. And we are talking artistry. We're talking about, huh?
I'm glad your breath don't stink from when you was high.
I try not to have stinky breath.
Awesome.
Anyways, I see. This is why. Okay. Before we went to break, we were talking about production. We were talking about your relationship with Bionic, and then we kind of ended on your relationship with other artists. So something that I wanted to ask you is collaborations. You happened to say that there was a particular track on your last project that you wanted help writing, or someone was like, I'm just going to help you write it, and then they fell through and you ended up having to write it yourself.
Correct.
Talk to me about collaborations. Why do those things fall through? Why do they not fall through? Like, what happens there?
I can't answer why they fall through. I know people make time for what they want to make time for.
Usually.
People make time for what they want to make time for. And if I was a bigger named artist, or even if people trusted or believed that I would be bigger or have the potential to be bigger, they would break their necks to try to do certain things. I've seen it. And I'm not that guy, or they don't see me as that guy. So it just is what it is. So they give me half jobs of this, or they give me the runaround, and it's like, one monkey don't stop no show. Even with this project, there's a song, it's a song that I've been wanting to do for years. Stylistically, it's a go-go song. And I'm from VA, you know what I'm saying? So I grew up on go-go, love go-go and stuff like that. And I always wanted to do a go-go record. So I was like, all right, look, let me holler at Bionic, figure out who we can get, to get this stuff together.
Okay.
Got the drummer in place. The bass player, got the bass player.
Mm-hmm.
Then it was like, all right, what other elements do we need? Got some horn players.
Right.
But the thing about it is then I was like, hey, why don't we just have like an all musician version? You know what I'm saying? So now we need to talk to these other musicians. And I'm Kappa Kappa Psi, you know what I'm saying? National Honorary Band Fraternity. So ideally, I was like, I want everybody on this joint to be a bruh. Ideally, I want everybody on this joint to be from my chapter, but I know I can't necessarily do that. So I hollered at certain people that were supposed to be on this record.
Okay.
That gave me the runaround. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got you. Never heard from them again, didn't answer their phones.
Okay.
So, it is what it is. Bionic wound up playing keys on it. Al Strong came through and played trumpet on it because the other trumpet player backed out.
Okay.
And the record came out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like one monkey don't stop no show. So when it comes to collaborations, it's like I take people at their word, but I also have deadlines. And I operate on deadlines.
Right.
You don't meet that deadline, I keep it moving.
Facts.
And that goes for writers, that goes for artists, that goes for musicians. It just is what it is.
So I think that it's really important to point out that this is a great time for you to do a go-go record with everything going on in D.C.
Funny how that works. Huh?
Funny how that worked out. Right. Was that on purpose?
No.
It literally is just
because again,
cosmic.
I've been wanting to do a go-go record for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And it was just it was like there's different vibes of go-go.
Right.
And so it was like, okay, which vibe, which direction do I want to take it?
Facts.
And I just happened to be in the gym one day listening. I forget what I was listening to. And then I was like, it hit me. It was like, that's it.
Right.
Hit Bionic. Hey, bruh, this is the direction.
Okay.
And then he laid down the initial keyboard parts and then sent it to the drummer. The drummer laid down his parts. And then it went in phases from there. So it just happened that way.
Okay. Are you excited about that one?
That was the most nerve-wracking record I've ever done.
Nerve-wracking.
Trying to put all the pieces together.
Okay.
Like all the moving parts. Because, again, trying to get people to do what they say they're going to do is tough.
Facts? That's all facts. Okay. So you have 7 projects.
Right.
This is your 8th?
No, this is my 7th.
This is the 7th.
Right.
So you have 6 projects released.
Right.
This is your 7th.
Right.
What was the most fun to do?
Honestly, I don't know.
Or are there aspects of each?
I don't approach records. It sounds jacked up. As much as I love doing this, I don't approach records as being fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had fun on this album. Don't get it twisted, because the Go-Go record, I had a ball doing that. That record is called You Got Me Open. It's another record called I Don't Want to Lose Your Love, which actually is the only record on this album written by somebody else. It's written by this guy by the name of Charles Brian Caldwell.
Okay.
And it's a record he did years ago that never got released. And I was like, hey, man, do you mind if I do this record? He was like, yeah, and we talked.
So how did you even know about the record?
Bionic. It was some Bionic had in the stash.
Okay.
And I happened to hear it and I remembered it. It always stuck with me.
So Bionic has a vault and you don't.
Right.
Facts. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, it was like, yo, can I get the record? And we had to work some things out with that. Got it worked out. I always love that song. Had a ball doing that song. Then, I kind of clowned a lot on this album. So.
What do you mean by clown?
I took a lot of shots at people that I had Facebook beefs with or Facebook interactions with.
Okay.
So, and not all of them are like overly negative. They're not like people that I dislike.
Right.
But, I just took some shots. So there's a song called Gas Her Up. Because there's a guy that just be gassing folk up randomly, just, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, you're only gassing them up for this reason. They're not all that. Like, but whatever. I see what you're doing. But stop that. Because when you gas up the wrong person, then they feel elevated like they're better than what don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. So I got the song called Gas Her Up. Then in response to that, I got a song called No Gas. Because I'm like, hey man, like everybody should be treated equally. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to pump this person up, blase, blah, so on and so forth. Like, it is what it is. Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? I got a song called A&R. A&R stands for Ain't No Reason. Ain't No Reason is short for Ain't No Reason for a Woman to Be Broke. And, I have my own philosophy behind that because, women can pretty much get anything they need if they play their cards right. And that does not mean selling yourself or selling your body. No, that's not what that means. It's you can mentally twist the arm of any guy to get whatever you want. That's just how this world works. The world revolves around women.
So how do females twist the arms of other females?
I mean,
because it's not just a man's world.
We say that, but I think that's a topic for another day. But
that's a topic for an offline topic.
Well, it is what it is. But Ain't No Reason. Like that's my support of women going out and getting their money. You know what I'm saying? Like that by any means. Like, hey, if this dude go spend it, why it can't be you to get it? You feel what I'm saying? So I have fun with that record.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I have fun with a lot of the records on this album. Like, So this might have been the most fun just because it's the most memorable right this second.
Now, is You Mad and Cuffin Season and Send Me the Nudes, where do those all fit inside of the projects? Were two of them singles?
Okay, so Cuffin Season was dropped in the fall.
Okay.
I can't remember when I dropped You Mad, to be honest.
Right.
But both of those were put on this project as well. They were singles. They wound up getting put on this project because they filled gaps.
Okay.
You Mad was a clowning song. That was me clowning somebody in a situation.
Right.
Cuffin Season was actually something that one of my ex-girlfriends told me I should have done 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Again, I just wasn't feeling the vibe of it or couldn't figure out what direction. And actually that record got written 3 different times. That record actually, the initial iteration of that record was around when Luke Cage came out. So it had the first Luke Cage season. Yeah. So it had Luke Cage references all in it. Okay. Couldn't drop that now. Like it's old. So it had to be rewritten and restructured. Okay. So again, so yeah, both of those are on this project as well.
Okay. And now Send Me the Nudes, which is one of your...
Send Me the Nudes is a cover song, people.
Facts.
Let's clear that up. It is a cover song. It is a song that was on Wild 'N Out, and somebody was like, hey, A. Wiley, you should do this song. And I'm like, I don't really do covers, yo. Like, that's not what I do. Okay. But then I sat with it and I thought about it. I was like, all right, whatever. I ain't got nothing else better to do right now. So I did it. Okay. And, they say sex sells. I don't really do a whole lot of songs talking about sex. I don't do a whole lot of songs, that's not my thing. That's not my lane. I can do them. I have done them, but that's not like everything I do.
So to you, is there a difference between innuendo in sex? Because you have a lot of innuendo.
Yeah, I put innuendo in everything, but I mean just the straight up blatant sex songs.
Okay.
Like, like where Trey Songz goes with his stuff and where Tank goes with his stuff. That's not me.
Right.
That's not what I do. I do more.
So we definitely won't hear you doing a when we.
Not in that capacity. Not like that. Like, I have a song called Stress Reliever.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's like that's that. But again, it's not a whole album of that.
Right.
It's not a whole section of album of that. It's just that one song.
Okay.
So, but Send Me the Nudes was like the, sex sells, boom, let me throw this out there. And people are already familiar with it. So that helps, trying to get me some shine and, that type thing. So.
Well, did it work? Did you get some shine?
Not in my personal opinion. I'm still pushing.
Okay. And
there's a music video for it, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't have music
page.
videos for all your songs, right?
No. Music videos are something that I hate doing, but it's a part of the process I'm trying to break out.
Why do you hate them?
Too many moving parts and cameramen don't show up.
Okay.
People that are supposed to put up the, it's a whole bunch of other stuff.
There's stuff.
Yeah.
Logistics.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, like Bionic's YouTube page.
Yes.
That's where this the Send Me the News video is. I think it's YouTube/Bionic, Mr. A-440.
Okay.
So
don't be shy about that. I mean, we shout out Bionic's YouTube page a lot. That's where the archives to our old shows are. We're on like show 20 at this point. So you can also find video to Send Me the News. Don't you have a video for You Mad?
Video for You Man.
Is that on there?
That's on there.
That's
as well.
also there. So
working on a video for Backyard. That should be up soon.
Okay.
Of course, ayleemusic.com, which is where all the music is.
All of it.
And that's when the album 26 Hour Days drops.
Wow.
You
excited? It's Friday. Yay!
Yeah, I mean, it's just another day. But I got to push for it. So June 21st, ayleemusic.com, 26 Hour Days. And then on July 12th. July 12th is where it drops everywhere. So yeah, make sure to, get up on that.
My friend, thank you so much for joining us in Studio A-440 today. It's been a pleasure talking to you on the air. We have several conversations off air, but now we're on air. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just had a whole conversation with our resident musical guest, A.Y. Lee. And to end our show, because Mr. Bionic is not here, in his words, life is too short. Say what you mean what you say. Learn who you are, be confident in what you want, stop wasting folks' time, give people a choice, and move accordingly. We out.